Hey guys, I'm Natalie. Welcome back to my channel, Just Nat. If this is your first time here, thank you for stopping by. And if you've come back for a second time, hey girl, how you doing? Well, we are doing another review today for some of the many things that I watch on Netflix. And today I'm reviewing The Adam Project. Actually, it's on the top 10 right now. Let me know in the comments if you've watched it already. It was such a good movie. I really enjoyed it. So, let's get into it. Okay, so it starts out with the future version of Adam. He's in year 2050, and he's in a spaceship, and pew, 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 pew. They shooting at him. He's trying to get away. You know, he's driving. Well, he's not driving because clearly he's in a spaceship. So he's flying, you know, his plane trying to get out, trying to get out. Then they flash back to 2018, or 2022 actually, where we see the 12-year-old version of Adam. And Adam is an interesting little something. He has a mouth on him, and he's hilarious, y'all. He's a little bit of an a-hole, too, for a kid. But, you know, he's just such a smart little whippersnapper. I enjoyed the 12-year-old little version of Adam. Then we go back to 2050. He makes it out into our time zone, and now he is coming to 2022. So, when we go back to seeing what's happening in 2022 with the little Adam, he is getting into a lot of fights, and it's because of that mouth I told y'all about. Also, he's kind of rude and kind of snappy with his mom. You can tell she's so gracious and sweet. It's Jennifer Gardner. So you know how we expect her. She, you know, that sweet like spirit that she has, and she carries that in this movie too. And so she's so kind, and he's such a jerk to her, but she accepts it and gives him grace because, you know, she knows he's going through a hard time. Apparently, just a year prior, his father passed away, which is super sad, and of course, he's dealing with it in the best way he knows how. So that's what's going on with them. So, after we're looking at all of that, then we get back to their house. And mom is getting all dressed up. She getting Kurt so that she can go out on a date. And she's leaving Adam at home. She leaves, goes out on her date. Adam's at the house, and he starts hearing like this noise, like out in the shed. And he's like, oh my God, what's going on? Am I going to die? So, being the curious little 12-year-old boy that he is, he goes and investigates. He goes out into the woods, and he looks up, and he sees it looks like it's raining fire, but there's nothing there. So it's like, what? Then all of a sudden, he sees the spaceship appear. So now he's just like, oh, that's weird. Starts to go back home. When he gets back home, he noticed that the shed that his dad used to use was open, and he was like, okay, so how did somebody get into the shed? The only people that know how to get in there is me and me. So who's here, right? And so he goes inside the shed, and he's trying to look to see, and he sees this grown man sitting there bleeding out on the ground, and he's like, hey, oh my God, who are you, why are you here, blah 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 blah, talking to him here, there, he eventually realizes, oh my God, he be me from the future. Crazy, right? But it's pretty cool. So, future Adam lets young Adam know, which is what I'm going to be calling them throughout this review so that we can keep the Adam straight. I mean, they could have, I don't know what else to tell you, sis. Future Adam from 2050 is telling young Adam from 2022 that he's here on a rescue mission, and he got injured on the re-entry because I told you at the beginning of the review, pew, 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 he was trying to get out, and they were shooting at him. I'll tell you who was shooting at him in a minute. Just hold on. But he's here in 2022. He needs to finish this rescue mission. He's injured, and because technology is that girl in 2050, he's a pilot, and his ship is coded to his DNA, which means when he is hurt or injured, it will not fly. He has to be well and, you know, in good standing medically in order to fly the ship. I.e. why he is here now with young Adam, like, hey, I need you to get my ship going, you know what I'm saying? So his original plan was to get Adam to help him, young Adam to help him, or to just heal up and fly out when he got better, right? Ideal plan was to heal up, fly out when he got better. He's like, yo, just leave me in the shed. I know, you think it's weird, whatever. Just leave me here. I'll be fine. Once I get a little bit better, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna head on out. Right? So that's his whole plan. It's interesting. It is funny. I'm sure if you've seen the movie, it's funny watching young Adam and future Adam go back and forth because they are both jerks. They're the same person. This is like literally they're the same person, obviously, right? So the jerky version of Adam, this is just the older version of it. Just the older version. With a little bit more trauma and maturity mixed in there, you know? So I told y'all that Lil Man gets in fights all the time, so right now he is suspended. Which is BS because he was suspended when he was being bullied. He was being bullied and they still suspended him. Go figure. I don't know, but while he was sitting outside of the store, because future Adam went to the store to get some supplies so that he could, stitch himself up, because I told y'all he was injured and he's trying to feel better so that he can fly back out, right? Get to where he was really trying to get to. So, young Adam is sitting outside the store waiting on him to come out because, he's out of school. And who walks up but his bullies that got suspended with him too. And what did they do but what bullies do? Bully. So they catch him on the side of the building. They just like, I'm going to beat you up. I'm a bully and I'm lame. All that jazz. Future Adam comes out and you would think, being an adult in the situation, you would think he would break this up, stop them, send them boys on their way, and take young Adam home. But no. He pulls young Adam aside and he coaching him up so that he can fight. And he's just like, just kick him in the gonads. It's all right. They'll be, and pray, blah, blah, blah. He's giving him the worst advice and he's kind of making light of it. But young Adam is terrified right now. These are his bullies, So he sends him back over there with the bullies to fight. He's getting beat up. Future Adam does nothing. He's just standing there watching. So when young Adam gets a second, he jumps up and he runs off. Y'all, my feelings was really hurt just because you could tell he's so vibrant and confident. He's not that kid that like folds and runs. And so when he folded and ran, I was like, oh, he was really hurt. Like that really hurt his feelings. Even future Adam saw it. He was just like, oh, I may have gone a little too far with this one. I may have been wrong. You were, sir. You were. And we appreciate him for acknowledging that because he went back home and found young Adam and let him know, I'm sorry. I definitely went too far. I shouldn't have done that. I was trying to make you stronger because I knew that all these fights turns us into who I am today, as far as being strong. So I was trying to help you out with getting stronger. And he accepted his apology, and future Adam also encourages young Adam to be nicer to his mom because he's like, I know how you treat her because I remember how I treated her at that age, and we're terrible to her at this time in her life. She's grieving too. I know you lost your dad and that's terrible and it hurts, but she lost her husband. Like she's hurt too. You gotta show her some grace and show her some love, right? So he's telling him all of that. He also, so in the midst of all of this, young Adam picks up a picture. He's like, so who's this? Future Adam's like, she's our wife. Side note, their wife is fine, y'all. Y'all know who their wife is? Zoe Saldana. And if she don't do nothing else, she gonna make she gonna make an entrance. Let's just say that. She gonna make an entrance, baby. When it comes to these action movies, Zoe gonna come in for the people, okay? And I'm gonna tell you how she come in in just a second. Hold on. So he's explaining to young Adam that, yeah, this is my wife, Laura, and she was killed, she died when she was leaving the year 2050 doing time travel, and she was going to another year. And they said 2018 or I think 2022, 2018. I don't remember where they said the report said that she was trying to get to, but they said she had a problem with trying to re-enter time, and so she died. Apparently, she has the best re-entry time in the program, so he knew that was BS, and he had an inkling that Sorian Maya Sorian was the one that was responsible for her death. Now, who's Sorian? Who's Sorian? I know, girl. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you. So Maya Sorian is their dad's partner. The his like sciencey partner. We don't know what else she's called, but basically she's the financier. He's the brains, she's the pocket, and Sorian in 2050, she's not the nice lady that used to play catch with him and be nice to him and all that kind of stuff to the little young Adam from back in the day. No, Sorian is a full life villain in 2050. And she takes over the program that his dad created for time travel, and she's using it for all of her effed up ways. So apparently Laura found out something concerning Sorian. I think it's that she does not have all complete control. And that's something that you don't want people to know, obviously, when you want the world to think that you're in complete control. And so she killed Laura for it to be like, no ma'am, stay quiet, thank you. Don't be sharing my business, thank you. So she killed Laura, and young Adam is just like, but Sorian, are you sure? Like, she's our, like, we love her. She's like family, right? He's like, yeah, she's not like that in the future. Oh, and in case you didn't realize, yes, Sorian is the one that was shooting at future Adam's spaceship when he was trying to make it out of 2050 into this time. So clearly she followed him. So now we have Sorian and her security. They are now in 2022, and they are trying to collect future Adam and take him back to 2050. They originally weren't trying to kill him, they were just trying to take him back. But you know, things got a little sticky. Now, remember when I was talking about Zoe gonna make an entrance and she don't do nothing else? Well, he's about to get arrested and get taken back to 2050, and who else but Zoe comes in, pow, 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 pow. Everybody gonna die. Shooting everybody. Shooting planes. I mean, she is coming in like bad B energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was here for it. I was like, yes, Laura. Love it. So, of course, when he sees her, it's just like, thank you. Oh my God, my wife. That's my wife. You know? And she's like, oh, hey, husband. Pow! Let me kick this person that's behind you coming up. Hey, boo, I missed you too. Boom! I just knocked somebody else out because they were coming up too. She's just that bad. Okay? We love her. We love her. So, eventually, they get away. And she takes them to her little hideaway because we know Zoe is a bad bitch. So she has a hide spot where it has all the booby traps, all the things, okay? Everything that you need for survival when people don't need to know where you at and stash your business. She already got it set up, okay? Because she's that girl. He over here is hiding in the shed, bleeding out. She got a full cabin, baby. Ready. So the whole time, that's where she's been. She's kind of been hoping and waiting and praying that eventually Adam, her husband, or future Adam, would figure out that there was some foul play and that would come and try and find her. And he did, you know. That love, they love each other a lot. Clearly, their love is strong, baby. It's strong. So, as they are talking and, like, you know, trying to strategize, what are we going to do? She says, the plan, let me tell you what the plan is. The plan is you need to get to 2018 and destroy that, we'll call it a time apparatus. I don't know. Whatever the thing was that his daddy made to create time travel, they need to destroy it because Sorian gets a hold of it in the future and it's bad for everybody. So in order to eliminate all of that, they just need to get rid of it, right? So that's our plan, is to get to 2018 and get rid of it. While they going over this plan, Sorian finds them yet again, right? So she's just like, y'all need to go. Get to 2018 because that's what's most important. We don't all need to be caught, right? And of course, future Adam's just like, but wifey, I just found you. I'm not about to leave you again. It's a no. No, I can't leave you, girl. And because Laura is amazing and she's just like, listen, We got to do what we got to do right now. We don't have time for this. Our love, so strong, okay? I sat in a whole different time zone, waiting for you to, our love to bring you back to me, for you to realize that you need to come find me. And you did. And you'll find me again, because there'll be an echo of our love through any timeline. Remember that echo, y'all, because we going to talk about it at the end. It's beautiful. It's real beautiful. So she tells them to go along, and she's going to set up some traps so that she can slow them down, because, you know, she had all these booby traps. So she's blowing stuff up, slowing down the cars, flipping cars on their way into her little remote cabin. And with the time that she bought them, they were able to get up into the sky so that they can get the head start they need to zoom off into 2018. The head of security, you know, is on their tails and pow, 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 trying to stop them. It did not work. They ended up making it to what? 2018. So, they make it to 2018. What's the first stop? Dad. So they go to a lecture hall where he's lecturing, and he ends his lecture, and right away, Adam? Future Adam. Adam? Adam? Is this time travel? Yeah, it is, Dad. Smart one. That's why you the genius that we come to see, because it took you 2 seconds flat to put together what was going on. So we love him for that. Oh, and just so you know, in case you don't watch the movie and just watch the review, the person who was playing future Adam, Ryan Reynolds, we love a good Ryan Reynolds moment, right? He does the mixture of comedy and action, hero stuff perfectly. I don't know anyone that does it better than he does. Then for Dad, we have, I was definitely about to call him Bruce Banner. That's not his real name. I don't remember his real name. But it is the Hulk, okay? So if you watch any of the Avenger movies or anything like that, the Hulk. That's who Daddy is. So Dad is just like, this is problematic. Why are you here? Why are you talking to me? If you know anything about time travel, this is a no. You're going to ruin everything having to do with the timeline. This is catastrophic. Blah, 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 blah. And future Adam's just like, stop and listen to me. And it's very clear that he has some very deep-seated, unresolved daddy issues. Like, he is upset. And he's, like, irritated and pissed off at his dad the entire time. Like, that they're having these little conversations or whatever. And so they're fighting and arguing and fighting and arguing. And, you know, really clearly clashing. They go to a motel so that they can talk and try and get things together. Not working. It's just not working. Dad ended up leaving. He goes back home because he's just like, yo, I got to get back to you and your mother because they're waiting for me at home. So I got to go. Sorian, of course, side note, of course, even though they made it out of 2022, coming back to 2018, Sorian killed Laura before she left 2022 because she's trash. So Sorian makes it to 2018 and she goes to see her younger self. Her younger self is still green and innocent and sweet, and she's just like, what? We do what? And Sorian from the future is like, sis, I need you to catch up. We're not the good guys, baby. We're villains, okay? We're villains. Accept it. Swallow it. Here we are, okay? So now that you know that we're villains, I need you to understand that Dad, of course not her dad, but Adam's dad is going to betray you. He's going to betray you, and he's going to mess up all the research and stuff from that he created. I'm going to say he created because she was tripping at the end. I'll tell you about that little conversation she was talking about. Yeah, this is yours, but I paid for it, so it's all mine, and blah, 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 blah. So, ma'am. If it's yours, then recreate it then. Oh, okay. Anywho. So she's just like, you need to get with it. Like, come on. I need you to do what I'm telling you to do. Get to investing. These are the things I want you to invest in. This is the moves I need you to make to ensure that we are in the best position possible when I go back home to 2050. Okay, I need you to secure the bag, is what I'm asking from you. Okay? So she says all that to Sorian, and the older Sorian says that to the younger Sorian, and then we go back to young Adam and future Adam. Young Adam basically reads future Adam like a book, okay? Reads him like for filth, okay? And basically lets him know that, yo, you're mad at dad because it's easier than being sad. I can tell. You're upset because he died. And you're treating it like he left you voluntarily. And so you're making it in your mind that, you know, he was never there for me and he was terrible and blah, 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 blah. But that's just because anger is easier for you to deal with than sadness, unfortunately. So he basically breaks that down to him, and future Adam has some things to think about because he's just like, yo, Lil Me got a point. You know, how is he so insightful? Dang, I'm smart. You know, I wish I could talk to my younger self. I wonder what I would think about her. If y'all could go back to your younger self and like get on them, what would you tell them? Would you go back and let them know some advice? What advice would you tell them? Or would you tell them, hey, we a supervillain? Let me know what you would be telling your younger self. I'm interested. So, dad stays at home with the family the next day because, you know, after talking to future Adam and how he felt that he was never there, he loved his work more than he loved the family, he's like, I need to take some time with the family, you know? So he stays at home with all three, mom and son from 2018, to spend some time with them. So while he's doing that, young Adam and future Adam, they go to Sorian's lab, well, really their dad's lab, so that they can get to destroying the thing like they said they needed to do. And they walk basically right into a trap because future Sorian has all of her invisible RoboCop things waiting on them to walk up when they do. And future Adam is the one who's in trouble in that moment. Young Adam comes in clutch with all of the extra little, the high-tech stuff. So basically they had like these gloves. He had these gloves and like a virtual thing where he could see where he was shooting. He had a drone and he was like, pow, 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 pow. I see you. Pow, pow, pow. It was shooting down all of the RoboCops trying to help out future Adam. Then dad rolled up right at the nick of time. I mean, the way that he helped wasn't. He got him out the way. That was what was most important. Was he got him out the way and it saved his life. All in all, yes. The way that he got him out the way was pulling up super fast, super, you know, aggressive and opening the door and then knocking the man out. That's neither here nor there. The point is, he was saved. And so after he was saved, all three of them go inside the building. And of course, they're like, thanks, Dad, for coming to help us because we was about to be shooting in the dark. We was just going to get in there and get to... Hope it destroyed time travel. Not sure if it did, though. But now that Dad's here, we know exactly where we need to go, what we need to do. He's like, we need to go find this drive, and this is what's going to destroy, blah, 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 blah. They're on their way in, and they get to the room. Sorian comes in, and she's just like, oh my God. Are you trying to betray me? And he's like, sis, this is mine. What are you talking about? This is my research. I'm not betraying you. You are not a killer. She's a killer. You can still make a different choice. And so she's kind of in between, like, should I be a good guy? Should I be a bad guy? Should I be a good guy? Should I be a bad guy? Where am I with this? She's really struggling. Future Sorian, she's on a time clock. Timeline, okay? Literally. She's like, I ain't got time for this. Alright, I'm about to kill him my doggone self. So, part of what they were doing was this like electromagnetic thing. It's like a big ball, and that's what they needed to destroy in order to destroy time travel, because if they destroyed that, then it was just a whole domino of stuff. So, once they cracked the shell of that dome looking thing, anything metal started being shoo, 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 and being stuck to the dome. And that was really helpful for their cause, because all the RoboCops were gone and everything like that, guns, everything like that. Dad, because he's the smartest man in the room at all time, he stands in front of his sons. He basically gives a little speech to Sorian, gives her a choice, um, but realizes that if she decides to shoot that bullet, it wasn't going to hit them either way because of the electromagnetic magnetic field that was disrupted, right? So of course, I told y'all, Future Sorian says she ain't got time for that. She pulls up the gun, grabs it, she shoots, thinking she's going to kill Dad. Bullet goes this way. It goes shh, and guess who it hits? None other than the young Sorian. So young and old Sorian are no more. Unfortunate. They did get rid of the time travel machine, which was awesome. And, it's just a great thing. So we got young Adam back home. He goes home and he gives his mom a proper hug. Finally. Finally, he gives her a hug and hugs her, tells her he loves her. So it looks like he's going to be feeling better. I forgot to tell you guys that part. There was like a little scene where Future Adam went to go talk to Mom and basically console her and let her know that he doesn't hate you. It's not your fault. He's grieving, and it's the way that it's manifesting and how it's coming out. But he loves you more than you know. And so it kind of comes full circle when the young Adam makes it back home and he gets his mom and basically tells her that exact thing, that he loves her more than he knows, and that he's sorry for being so jerky to her. Then we see where Future Adam ends up, and he gets back home, and we know that Laura died, so he doesn't go back home to his wife. What they do is show us a different timeline where they meet for the first time again in a class. They met in a class for the first time, and she was in the wrong building, wrong class, and he walked her to where she was supposed to be, and it was history from there as far as their love story. So we flash back to a different timeline where he meets Laura for the very first time. And remember, I told y'all, remember about the echo, that she was saying that no matter what timeline we're in, an echo of our love will be present, each and every time, no matter what. And you see a moment there when they're talking, they first start talking, and we're just like, I know you from somewhere. It's pretty amazing. It was so sweet. But that was the end of the story. It was such a sweet ending. It was a real quick movie, probably like an hour and a half, hour, 45 minutes. It's worth it if you just want a quick movie with a couple of giggles and some action with it. Definitely worth it. It was so good. I enjoyed it. But that's it for me. Thank you for stopping by. Okay. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see this channel grow as much as I do. Thanks again. Bye.